Hey, what's going on, everybody? BDF44 coming at you with another video. All right, so Staples Center is no more. Obviously, we've already talked about that. I made a video when I initially found out that the Staples Center would be changing their name to Crypto.com Arena. But today is the day that they took down the Staples Center letters on the building, and they're starting to really start that process. I believe that Christmas Day is the first day of Crypto.com Arena's actual name change. So yeah, they're getting it started. This is one of those situations where I'm old enough to remember when the Staples Center was built, so I'm very ancient, and as it stands, it has become one of the most iconic buildings in the world. One of the biggest sporting buildings, if not the biggest sporting building in the NBA, next to Madison Square Garden. I think it's arguable at this point. A lot of people actually put Staples Center ahead of Madison Square Garden. I'm not sure about that, but we've certainly done some winning here. Great other events as well have taken place in this building. Of course, we've had some very, very noteworthy funerals, unfortunately, Nipsey and Michael Jackson. So this is an iconic building. Very happy that the building's not being destroyed. Very happy that the building's still up. But them changing the name does do something to how it feels to us. It's almost like a lost feeling. But at the end of the day, when it really comes down to it, I never lost sight of the fact that Staples was a name of a actual company that sells staplers and real devices for office supplies and stuff like that. I haven't lost sight of what Staples actually was. I don't know if there are too many Staples still around. I think there's still a few. I know there's one on Century, but I know that it's not the same anymore. Amazon came through and kind of mowed down everybody. So at this point, it was going to be a different go round with the name. Staples Center was not going to be named Staples Center forever. We've seen all over the league other buildings that change their name repeatedly, so we know how this goes. It's just one of those things where we've had the Staples Center name so long that you would think that they would try to renew that contract just for the sake of the name, but obviously they probably did, and it just didn't work out. So in comes Crypto.com, and to be completely honest with you, I have no problem personally with Crypto.com being the name of the arena, because I have some money in Crypto.com and I want more traffic to come that way. So my own interests are wrapped up in this personally, and I'm sure a lot of yours are as well. If you own any Crow Coin and stuff like that, this is an opportunity for me to talk about how stupid I am in regards to Crow Coin. So if you follow Crypto.com, they have their own coin, just like a lot of these different lenders. Binance has their own coin as well. When I first got with Crypto.com, I think it was last summer, and I put like $70 in there, and I had intentions of getting certain types of coin. I don't remember what I was trying to buy, and I didn't keep it either. But when I initially put that money in there, they gave me 700 Crow coins for $70. Now I immediately transferred that money or turned that money into some other type of coin that I didn't keep. I don't even remember what it was that I had. I don't know where that money's gone. It's gone. That's how bad that situation went over a year ago. But nevertheless, that 700 Crow coins is like worth over $500 right now, and I had a $70 value. And I think that Crow coin is going up, 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 especially with this Staples Center deal. So yeah, sometimes it's just best to not do anything. When you get something like that, find out what you own before you sell it. That's the lesson learned. But anyway, so that's what it is. Crow is going to obviously make it so that more people are exposed to the site, more exposed to crypto as a whole, and I think that's good for the space itself. So from that perspective, I'm pretty happy about it. But as a LA native and a Laker fan, it's just a harsh reminder that nothing is sacred as it pertains to this corporate world. And even the stuff that you think are monuments and stuff that you really believe should never change, if it has a corporate name attached to it, then obviously you're gonna have this happen. So don't get used to nothing. I think that's why I kind of want them to take the name of the building. If you're going to change it from Staples Center, turn it into something that can't change again. You know what I mean? Turn it into something that we can get married to and stay married to. Madison Square Garden can change different sponsors 100 times, but it's still the Garden. You know what I mean? Staples Center should make it their business to make that the case, rather than going through this process every 20 years. Now, from what I understand, I think this is a 20-year deal. So we're going to get used to Crypto.com Arena, and then they're going to change it again. So, yeah, that's something that tomorrow's generation will be ready for. But, I think the renovation process will be great. I think that this is their way of getting that Madison Square Garden upgrade that they had over there about 5-6 years ago, however long it's been. About $1 billion they put into that building. This is Staples Center version of that. So Crypto.com Arena is going to have all the new bells and whistles. It's going to be up to par, and it's going to be great. So I'd rather them do this than keep the Staples Center name, not make the upgrades, and let the building get outdated over time, because it's a great building and there's no reason for it to not be up to date. So yeah, that's what I think, man. All in all, it's not bad. Great memories in that place. Obviously, I've been to my share of Laker and Clipper games. Not as many as I'd like to go to, not as many as I have intentions of going to in the future, but I think I've been to maybe like 14, 15 games. So that's okay. And we won most of them. That's another thing. My ratio is ridiculous. I'm like 14-1 in Laker games. So yeah, I'm a good luck charm. I need to be in the building. But anyway, it's one of those situations where you just get used to change. Obviously, the Clippers are going to be leaving the building soon. I think they're going to be out here in a couple of years. I know they've started the process of building their building over here in Inglewood. So it's just a lot of change coming, a lot of change. But you do appreciate what the Lakers have already done in that building, what the Sparks have already done in that building. Clippers haven't done anything in that building. So I'm not going to sit up here and say nothing like that. But, it is what it is. Like, a lot of great things have happened in that building, a lot of great moments. And there will be more, just under a different name. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm curious to know if people are going to call it the Crow. Because when you talk about Crypto.com coin, the ticker symbol is CRO. So for me, I'm going to always call the arena the Crow from here on out. You'll see it in my little stuff. I'm getting my mind accustomed to not calling it Staples Center anymore. So it's going to take some time. But that place is called the Crow. And that's what it's going to be as long as I'm talking. But, and then just like anything else, man, it doesn't matter where the Lakers play. As long as they're playing well, as long as they're competing for championships, I think that's all the fans want to really care about. We can go root for them in UCLA Arena. We can go root for them in USC. We don't care where they play, as long as they're playing, as long as they're here in LA. So that's how I feel about that. Anyway, house that Shaq built, house that Kobe built. We'll never forget that. 3 championships won there consecutively. No one in the NBA has done that since, not even the Warriors. So y'all got to give credit to our dynasty. And when you think about the Crow or Staples Center, you ain't going to be thinking about nothing before you think of Shaq and Kobe. So that's what I got. My name is BDF44. I thank y'all for watching, and I'm out.